Long before he became an international pay-per-view megastar commanding absolute respect under the bright arena lights, Georges St-Pierre was a victim of bullying. Growing up in the quiet town of St. Isidore, Canada, he began studying Kyokushin karate at a very young age to learn how to defend himself against older kids. Georges did not fight out of a desire for raw violence or cheap street validation. His primary goal was to find a structured path toward self-confidence and physical mastery. He rapidly discovered the complex world of mixed martial arts, realizing that to become the absolute best, he needed to integrate distinct disciplines into a single craft. With an exceptionally athletic framework, an intense work ethic, and a deeply analytical mind, he began his rapid rise through the regional circuits. St-Pierre proved very early on that he was a rare breed of athlete, a true modern professional destined to completely elevate the global standard of combat sports. What truly transformed Georges St-Pierre into an absolute mythical figure within the global combat community was his revolutionary approach to cage wrestling. Despite having absolutely no traditional high school or collegiate amateur wrestling background, he mastered the art of the takedown through pure biomechanical analysis. He utilized a perfectly timed, explosive double leg blast that caught opponents completely off guard right in the middle of their own offensive striking combinations. He controlled the canvas space with the cold precision of a chess grandmaster, systematically neutralizing his rivals' weapons before they could even formulate a defense. He combined this elite wrestling pressure with a lightning-fast, stiff jab that left the faces of world-class strikers completely broken and swollen. This balanced approach turned his individual bouts into surgical masterclasses, proving to the world that supreme athletic intelligence is the ultimate weapon inside the octagon. The absolute historical pinnacle of Georges' early professional development was forged through a shocking adversity that threatened to derail his championship dreams. After capturing the undisputed UFC welterweight title, he suffered a devastating, highly unexpected knockout loss to underdog Matt Serra in his very first defense. Instead of letting the crushing defeat shatter his mental confidence, he completely rebuilt his tactical system and his psychological approach to professional fighting. He returned to the cage with a fierce, unbreakable focus, completely dismantling the opposition to reclaim his crown in an absolute masterclass of dominance. Standing proudly under the blinding arena lights with the gold belt wrapped around his waist, he officially entered an era of total empire building. He proved to his vocal critics that a true champion's legacy is defined not by how he wins, but by how beautifully and decisively he bounces back from a devastating public failure. Following his historic redemption, GSP embarked on one of the single most dominant, flawless championship reigns in the entire history of modern combat sports. He successfully defended his undisputed welterweight title an incredible 9 consecutive times against multiple generations of elite #1 contenders. He systematically cleared out dangerous knockout artists, submission specialists, and trash-talking rivals without ever losing his trademark poise, dignity, and honor. He trained with the absolute precision of an elite military operator, traveling across the globe to learn from the best boxing, wrestling, and gymnastics coaches. Standing under the blinding lights night after night, his pristine physical conditioning and tactical execution completely outclassed the world. This historic run solidified his status at the absolute apex of the sports world, earning him the permanent, deep respect of hardcore mixed martial arts purists worldwide. After stepping away from active competition in 2013 due to extreme mental exhaustion, Georges shocked the world by announcing a historic return 4 years later. At UFC 217, he jumped up an entire weight class to challenge the dangerous middleweight champion Michael Bisping inside a roaring Madison Square Garden. Despite the long layoff and the added weight, he put on a spectacular display of striking and grappling, securing a technical submission victory in the 3rd round. Capturing a second world title in a higher division cemented his status in the absolute stratosphere of sports history alongside the greatest to ever live. He chose to permanently retire shortly after the historic triumph, leaving the sport on his own terms at the absolute peak of his global fame. GSP proved that a true martial artist does not need to fight forever if his formula of calculated perfection has already answered every single question on the canvas. Georges St-Pierre has officially stepped away from the blinding lights of the professional cage, but the profound blueprint he left behind continues to shape the sport. He will forever be revered in mixed martial arts history as the ultimate professional who successfully proved that honor and freakish athleticism can exist in harmony. His incredible life journey serves as a powerful reminder that structured discipline, humility, and an intellectual mind will always stand the test of time. Future generations of professional fighters will continually study his flawless level changes and his surgical distance management, trying in vain to replicate his magic. He showed the world that an athlete could achieve legendary immortality by remaining fiercely true to his martial arts values, fighting the absolute best, and protecting his proud character. The Canadian King has permanently etched his name in gold, leaving an unforgettable, powerful mark in history.